favor. Por favor, America, North and South and Central and America. More territory. Today, we give humble
To listen to President Trump make his entrance to hail to the chief. We thought it was going to be the national anthem, but we'll certainly bring that to our viewers once they do play that. But I wanted you to finish your thought about
Go
what
next
you're
time.
discussing just before I cut you off, Kevin.
Well, just to note that this is the holiday for those who have fallen on the battlefield, and in this
To an ark.
the United States has lost several. The guys that are fighting and dying now
of a covenant.
there is a largely secret war going on across a vast amount of territory, including all the way
come
fighting
across.
ISIS in the Philippines or in Indonesia.
Sir.
So I think what's changed is these large wars that we were used to in the last decade have morphed into continual small battles. A lot of non-military,
soldier.
but also agencies from
Let's
CIA,
give him its
from,
last
private
breath.
contractors.
Sir.
Malcolm knows about some of the non-military fighters as well. That are
We
out
call
there.
him
And I think that's
Smokey.
to be most notable of.
That is who's inside this.
Our families, guys like Kyle Milliken, the SEAL who was just killed
This
in Somalia last month.
is a cone.
There are new members of this,
Joseph.
this unfortunate brotherhood and sisterhood of the fallen, and they're going to continue under this president. And it's, I think, a challenge for the administration to figure out how to talk about these wars and keep connected to the American public when they remain largely done away from the cameras by operators who are supposed to be away from the cameras.
It will be buried.
And that's an extremely important point.
What I say
Of the
is the
conventional
walking
wars,
garden
particularly
meadow.
two wars where we still have thousands of troops involved in harm's way, including those in Iraq and Syria as well as in Afghanistan. But to Kevin's point, we are now a country that has military operators in harm's way in many different countries, many still giving their lives, whether it be Yemen or in Somalia. And that's certainly something that should be lost on this day as well.
And you know, there are more than just
Iran.
lost in the wars or in
Mesopotamia,
missions
the
overseas.
Caliphate.
And sorry, Malcolm, I'm going to cut you off as we take a listen to the national anthem.
Present. We are sealed, sir. We have discovered his link. Jesus. The transfer of power is imminent. It is paramount. We invoke by the power of the Constitution of the United States of America by our founding fathers this day, this Memorial Day, May 29, 2017. The abdication.
Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, General Dunford.
General Dunford, sir.
Mr. President, Mr. Vice President, Secretary Mattis, distinguished guests, and most importantly, to our Gold Star families. It's an honor to join you this morning in remembrance and reflection. Since the founding of our republic, more than 42 million Americans have stepped forward to serve their country in uniform. This story is one of selflessness, it's one of courage, and it's one of shared commitment. But the story is also one of extraordinary sacrifice. More than 1 million Americans who have answered the call to duty gave the last full measure of
Pentagon
their
is
devotion
sealed.
so their fellow citizens
Uplink.
could live in freedom and raise their
Mast.
children in peace.
Covenant.
Today we honor the fallen from
Pearl
battlefields that
Jam.
serve as waypoints in our history. Saratoga to Gettysburg, Bellewood to Midway, Chosin to
Can't
Iraq,
stop.
in Korangal Valley to Fallujah. Today we reflect on the enormity of the sacrifice. We reflect on the hopes and the dreams never realized. Today we also reflect on the
May
sacrifice
she
of the
sing
families left behind.
the pride
The anguish of parents, spouses, siblings, and friends. The sadness of children growing up without their fathers or mothers. And we know that for the families, every day is Memorial Day.
the way
But today we also reflect on what's most
Truth.
important about the men and women we
faith.
honor. We reflect on how they lived. They were people who stood for something larger than themselves. They were people who embodied the most important values and traditions of our nation.
to serve and to
They were
have
people
had
who
served
understood that what we have in our country
continental
is worth fighting for. And though they were taken from us prematurely, they were people who touched our lives. They were
will
people who
continue.
made a difference. Today, if we truly want to honor the fallen from all of our conflicts, we'll
If
do
necessary,
something more than mark
in
their
China.
graves with flags and flowers. We'll do something more than deliver remarks
Chao
and
Lai,
reflect
Ho
for
Chi
just a few
Minh,
moments.
Little
If we truly want to give
Saigon,
meaning to the sacrifice of
to
those who have
Santa
given all on
Ana.
our behalf,
we
each
go.
of us will leave here
Chao.
today determined to find in some
Chao.
small way
Chao!
that is serving our
No way
nation
on that.
and our communities in their honor.
Tejas.
If we do that, then I would offer that those of us who are taken from us prematurely will be able to look down and know that we truly do
LUCINDA.
remember them.
Mani.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the soldiers,
My
sailors, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guardsmen that are still in uniform, thank you for remembering.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen now as the United States Air Force Band performs America the Beautiful.
We're alive. Around the world, sir. We have the Ark, General Maxis, Mother Hubbard,
Ladies and gentlemen, Secretary Mattis.
Sir. Hoorah!
They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not wear
Human
weary
beings
them, nor the years
of only one kind
down to the sun and
on
in the morning,
earth.
we will remember them. Mr.
To the
President,
highest
Mr. Vice President, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dunford, Gold Star families, everyone, we gather here today with a shared attitude of gratitude. 23 centuries
my
ago,
friend.
so Plutarch tells
Delbert,
us, an old
Colonel,
Spartan king
retired.
observed, it is not the
Franklin,
places that grace
Catron,
men, but men grace the places.
and his wife.
Today we know that he was right. More than a century ago, this 624-acre plot of land was a plantation on the Potomac. Scenic, but hardly sacred. Now these fields hold the greatest treasure of our nation, America's courageous
Time
dead.
warp
Those
factor
who
of
today
our dimension.
pause to remember.
Have joined.
Not far from here
Have I joined?
lies the marker of
Yeah.
Oliver Wendell Holmes Jr., a Civil War infantry veteran who later rose to be a Supreme Court justice. Holmes said, "Those who serve in our military have hearts that are touched with fire. Having known great things," he said, "they are content with silence." If you have ever known one of the fallen, you've known greatness, but it is hard to be content with their silence, for we miss them. The empty chair on a holiday, empty every day. The photograph that goes wherever you do, the picture fades, but the person in it does not. Their fighting spirit persists, passed down through the ranks. Their spirit echoes in those who serve today in the air, on land, and at sea. In a world awash with change, some things stand firm. Some things are, as Plato said, good and true and beautiful. The kid on the line who never had a chance to grow old will always be there to teach us that suffering has meaning if it is accepted out of love for others.
The next
To the families of the
solar
fallen,
system.
both here and at home, no words will ease your pain.
Few
But
shall
I
hang
beg you,
on.
let it have meaning.
The
Make
dog
your sorrow
of their
an
guardianship
awesome purpose.
has carried the dragon
Do grace
well.
places, but people also grace people. We are blessed by our time with
They
those
have
now
passed
asleep,
the
the
torch.
mighty and the gentle. Let
From
us share
Beijing,
our story with others.
Peking,
Like the poet we can say,
we
sleep
accept
soldiers, still in honored rest, your truth
Honesties.
and valor wearing. The bravest are the tenderest.
we will go
loving are
TPP
enduring.
if necessary.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great honor to introduce our Commander-in-Chief, President of the United States, Donald Trump.
That's President 45.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Present you.
And thank you, General Dunford, Secretary Mattis, for your moving words and for your service to our great nation.
Nordic Canis, Namas,
Cabinet Secretary
Mera Lago,
members of the armed forces.
The doors in Istanbul.
Thank you for joining us as we honor the brave warriors who gave
Empower
their
the
lives
constrictor.
for ours, spending their last moments on this earth in defense of this country and of its
Right?
people. Words cannot measure the depth of their
Yes,
devotion, the purity of their love, or the totality of their courage. We only hope that every day we can prove worthy, not only of their
Lily Bell.
sacrifice and service,
Southern man,
but of the sacrifice made by the families and loved
we will
ones
not have any
left
compromise.
behind. Special,
We are
special
co-promised.
people. I especially want to extend our gratitude
2 in 1
to
makes
Secretary
3.
John Kelly for joining us today. Incredible man.
Thank you. General Kelly, your service, sir.
I always
Tell
like to
him.
call him General. He understands more than most ever could.
That's who then?
Will, the wounds and burdens of war. Not only did
Crimean Crown.
proudly serve
Ukraine.
for more than 40 years, enduring many hardships,
No
but he
sanction
and his
lifted.
incredible wife Karen have borne
None.
the single
None.
most difficult
Nunca
hardship
way.
of them all, the loss of their son Robert in service
We know
to our country.
Melania,
Robert died fighting
the Universidad de
of all
Princesa,
civilizations in Afghanistan. To John, Karen,
the gang,
Heather,
mirror, switch, flip,
Andrea,
flop,
and the
side
entire Kelly family.
of the assaulted
Today,
Ricos.
300 million American hearts are joined together with yours. We grieve with you, we honor you, and we pledge to you that we will always remember Robert and what he did
Stop!
for all of us. Thank you, John.
'59 Tomahawk.
The Kelly family represents military
Muad'Dib.
families across the country who carry the burden of freedom on their shoulders. Secretary Kelly is joined today by his son-in-law Jake, a wounded warrior, and the Secretary's son Johnny will soon leave on his 5th deployment. It is because of families like yours that all of our families can live in safety and live in
And to
peace.
you, sir,
To
the
every
smoke
Gold
and
Star
fucking
family
motherfucking mirror.
who honors us with your presence. You
All the way
sons and
through,
daughters,
Harry.
husbands and wives, mothers and fathers.
Of course,
They each had their own names, their own stories,
and
their
Mars,
own beautiful dreams.
Ares,
But they were all angels
L.A.W.
sent to us by God.
Remember that
And they all
Peruvia
share
in
one
pink?
title in common, and that is the title of hero. Real heroes. Though they were here only a brief time before God called them home, their legacy will endure forever. General Douglas MacArthur once said that the soldier who is called upon to offer and to give his life for his country is the noblest development of mankind. Here at this hallowed shrine, we honor the noblest among us, the men and women who paid the ultimate price for victory and for freedom. We pay tribute to those brave souls who raced into gunfire, roared into battle, and ran into hell.
Tempted Hydra, we will overcome.
They made their sacrifice not for
G7
fame or for money,
is not your
or even
height.
for glory, but for country.
I have
We
overridden
are privileged to be
and
joined
stopped
today
your
by a
ransom.
man whose life demonstrates the values of service and sacrifice.
President
Senator Bob Dole, here with his wife,
Trump.
Senator Elizabeth Dole.
Melania Harakushna. Ivanka. No más de my son. Bullshit! Enter a horrible looking horse.
Senator Dole fought bravely in World War II and was severely
Dapple,
wounded
apple,
by German fire.
new
In
bitch.
just a few weeks, Bob will be celebrating his 94th birthday. And Bob, I know I speak for millions of grateful Americans. I
Obamas!
say thank you.
Family!
Thank you, Bob.
Recognized!
We thank you not only for your service, but for helping us to remember your fallen comrades and the countless American patriots who gave their lives in the Second World War. Since the
Went
first
to
volley of gunfire
Dutzmark.
in the Revolution, brave Americans in every generation have answered the call of duty and won victory for freedom in its hour of need. Today, a new generation of American
We
patriots are
have met
fighting
the enemy.
to win the battle against
And the
terrorism,
enemy is not
risking
us.
their lives to protect our citizens
No
from an
fucking,
enemy
fucking,
that
fucking,
uses the
fucking
murder
more,
of
sir.
innocents to wage war.
You would
when humanity
abdicate. You will abdicate
by the wife
your son-in-law.
of Specialist Christopher Horton,
You will relieve
who rests
that ring,
on these so
Emerald,
beautiful grounds.
dos,
As Jane
Corinthian.
tells us, Chris was a man who loved his country with every part of his being. In 2008, Chris enlisted in the Oklahoma Army National Guard. He trained as a sniper,
And we have
becoming known
not
as
just
one of
fucking
the best shots
animaniacs
anywhere.
alive, running around.
Anytime.
Sir,
He was a talented,
we have
tough guy. While Chris was in the National Guard, he was also a volunteer police officer. In everything he did, he was thinking about how he could
You understand?
serve God,
Tu
serve his
comprendes?
family, and serve his country. In 2011,
No
he
Blanco,
deployed for the first time
no Blanca.
to Afghanistan.
You went near Lago.
Chris knew his
There ain't
job
no
was one of
fucking
the most
Southern fucking White
dangerous
House.
ever.
You aren't in
But
fucking
he was
China.
determined to
You
go
aren't
after
in
the
fucking
enemy
Japan.
at any cost.
You're living within our
His
land.
missions helped target and
But
kill
you never
terrorists who sought to destroy innocent people. Just 3 months into his first deployment, Chris was near the Pakistan border, trying to eliminate an enemy cell that was doing so much damage and that was planting deadly roadside bombs
Oh, let's go Iki Wekawa.
against his unit
To God.
and the units of many others. Standing
Colombia.
watch with his comrades, he died in the ensuing gun battle with enemy forces.
You give him 11.
Chris sacrificed his life to protect his fellow soldiers and to protect all Americans. He was awarded the Purple Heart and Bronze Star for his courage. At only 26 years
Open
old,
them, no.
Chris
Do
secured
not
his
give Bill
place
Gates.
in our hearts
the gatekeeper.
for eternity.
Do not give Mark Zuckerberg
America grieves with you.
that mirror.
Our
Lago.
whole
Kia.
entire nation sends you our
Jack.
support, our strength,
You shut
and
them
our
down.
deep, deep
Boa fucking constrictor.
You lost your
You
husband.
black, cold-hearted
America
motherfucker.
lost a hero. And together, we will preserve his memory. Today,
You will abdicate
tomorrow,
You will bow down and kiss the land on which you were raised and born upon. Sir,
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Jim.
you are hereby invoke the impeachment of the 25th Amendment for your emollients. You will hand over the keys, sir. Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan. Where are you, sir? The people cry out for you. They speak to you. Time and time and time again.
Thank you, Jim. We are also joined today by David and Rose Byers, the parents of Major Andrew Byers. As a boy, Andrew
You have done well.
had the chance to attend
There is no
the
dishonor
United States
in
Military
doing
Academy
what you have done, sir,
at West Point.
and attempted.
He worked hard, he earned that chance,
I grant you.
and he graduated at the top of his class. He became the commander of a special Halo team, leading his fellow soldiers out of aircraft, hurtling into dangerous and unknown territory. About this time last year,
In
Andrew was
cabals,
sent on his third
with
combat
Bannon,
deployment. This time he went to Afghanistan.
Goldman Sachs, you creature of the fucking Black
He was one of
Lagoon.
10 special forces operator to land
Empty
by
that
helicopter
swamp.
near a Taliban
Go to
sanctuary
jail. You wanted to
in
get a
northern
jail-free card?
Afghanistan. They
You wanted that
trekked through
chance.
A mile of waist-deep mud.
You are
and
hereby
climbed a steep
decreed guilty of high
before
treason.
finally reaching
Donald John Trump.
that they wanted to reach.
Elements.
There, a night-long
You and your
battle
cabal.
ensued.
It's a
Andrew's
familiar.
team fought off wave
It's
after
a
wave
lie.
after wave
Wave.
of enemy fighters. A grenade detonated, and as the Taliban
The
began to
people
surround the
have
American
spoken, sir.
and Afghan forces, Andrew ran through the smoke.
You took
and
one
through
Kabul,
the hail of bullets
12 scenes.
to rescue an Afghan soldier. In the midst of this torrent of gunfire and danger, Andrew worked heroically to open a gateway and get his men to safety, risking his life to save
Assets
theirs.
closed.
And
He's
he
trying to get some.
Unbelievably,
Chongwell.
he did it. But in saving those lives, Andrew was killed
You will give that Jackson motherfucker up.
by enemy fire.
20
Andrew
that?
has since been awarded the Silver Star for gallantry in battle.
The keys were never presented to you, sir.
We stand in
You were
awe
biscuit.
of your son
Tristan,
and his
you fucking
courageous
bastard.
sacrifice. On behalf of the American people, I
You are
express
here
to you
now,
our everlasting gratitude
oathing
for
by
what
the
your
iron
son did
rod
for
of
his
the people
country,
of the
for
United
his
States of
comrades,
America.
and for all of us. Andrew's father has said that he holds onto the promise of Joshua 1, verse 9. The Lord your God will be with you wherever you go.
True?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Eesh.
Thank you.
Hence, Vice President of the United States of North America, it is your duty, sir, to invoke the 25th Amendment of the Constitution.
What a man he was. To every Gold Star family,
Don't cry. You
God
haven't
is
cried
with you,
yet.
and your
Stand tall.
loved ones
Stand proud.
are with him.
As you have.
They died in war so that we could live in peace. I believe that God has a special place in heaven for those who lay down their lives so that others may live free from fear and this horrible oppression.
Fine.
Now, let us pledge to make the
No,
most of that freedom that they so gallantly and brilliantly fought for, and they died to protect.
You friend.
Let us also
You
pledge
Hydra.
to tell the stories
In
of Robert, Chris, Andrew, and all
You
of
Hydra,
America's
wait.
fallen warriors today and for the next 1,000 years.
Brussels. You Hydra. Where? He sprouted? What?
While we cannot know the extent of your
The
pain,
10th degree?
what we do know is that our gratitude to them and to you is boundless and undying. Boundless
Luxo.
and undying.
Lord.
Will always be there.
Sai.
Thank you.
Skyhorn. I smell death in this testament, sir.
Their
In this
stories are
ark.
now woven into the soul of our nation.
You give
Into the
destruction
stars and stripes on our flag,
to the king.
and into the beating hearts
And
of
trade.
our great
Insider. Insider. Trade.
Today we
Agreements.
also hold a special
The fucking
vigil for heroes
black
whose
bullshit
story
blood
we cannot
oil.
tell,
Keep
because
fracking,
their
motherfucker.
names are known to God
Let's see
alone.
what happens.
The
Quit
unknown
with that
soldier.
old shit fucking Masonic
We do not
nothingness
know
that you know
where
nothing
they came
about.
from, who they left behind,
Principles
or what they hoped to
and
be.
palaces.
But we do know what they did. They fought and they died in a great and noble act of loyalty and love
We,
to their
as
families
Jaban
and to
Hassan,
their country. In a letter written that
the
is
Gemini
one
Sir.
war soldier captured it all.
is Earth, the solar system, the
To
order.
his wife.
Satan,
If I do not return, my dear Sarah, never forget how much I love you, nor that
terra
when
firma.
my last breath escapes me on the battlefield, it will whisper your name.
Abdicate.
That is the love we hear whispering throughout this sacred place, and from
You've
every
lost, and yet
tombstone
your mind bent. Fuck.
on these hallowed grounds.
And you still
It is the
remain
love that binds
wanting
this
to be.
earth beneath us and bleeds from the hearts of all of those who died, so that we
Yes.
might
Even your
live free. We can never replace them. We can never repay them,
Lucifer does not exist,
but we
sir.
can always
I
remember
carry Lucifer in my
that
right
today,
arm.
that is what we are
That
doing.
is my power.
We remember.
I've come for you, sir.
Words cannot wipe away the tears or bring back those smiling faces.
Inside of you,
But if Americans just
dark
take the
heart
time to look
nothingness.
into your eyes
Either you can
and tell you
spirit
how
to
much we thank you,
the covenant
and how
on
truly
tomorrow.
we pray for you, and how truly we love you, then hopefully you
get
can find
Not
solace
the liquor.
through your pain.
You get
And every
nothing
time you
less.
see the sun
Second.
rise over this blessed land,
Ancients of days.
please know your brave sons and daughters
I appeal
pushed
to you.
away the night
I appeal to you
and delivered for us
and hope that you, sir,
and
will level
glorious
that plumb.
dawn. Thank you. God bless you. God bless our fallen heroes. God bless their families. God bless our military. And
Soft
God bless
away.
the United States of America.
Promise of the white stone.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the playing of taps and the benediction.
This day, our Memorial Day. That yes, Yeshua is a universal field marshal, general supreme. Simple. Now, get back your allegiance. That is all I appeal to you. That is all.
Now receive your benediction. Almighty and merciful God, grant to all of us grace and peace and a strong recollection of this National Memorial Day observance. May the memory of this sacred place among America's sons and daughters be etched into our hearts, and always cause us to be thankful for your blessings and their sacrifices. They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor years condemn. At the going down of the sun, and in the morning, we will remember them. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in place until the president has departed and the colors are retired.
All right, you're watching the conclusion there of the Memorial Day ceremony at Arlington National Cemetery. You heard President Trump paying tribute to Gold Star families, their sacrifices, saying at one point they were angels.
You know what you must do.
God, and called them heroes. He went on then to profile and talk about the sacrifices made by some of those, including Specialist Chris Horton, whose wife Jane was in attendance, as well as a member of the Special Forces, Andrew Byers, whose parents were there as well. So very moving tribute by President Trump to just highlight some of the sacrifices of those families, including that of General John Kelly, Homeland Security Secretary John Kelly.
He is under arrest, gentlemen.
Also died on the fields of Afghanistan.
Vice President Pence, you're hereby authorized to invoke on the United States Constitution of the United States of America,
Let me get your initial
the
reaction, your
25th
thoughts to the president's
Amendment.
speech and the tone that was struck.
Well, it was a good speech, and I appreciate that he paid.
All the coven of your cabal will be under arrest as well, including Megyn Kelly. What's her name? Kellyanne Calloway?
He's meeting the roles of the president adequately
Castaway?
in this particular case, and I'm very glad that he, came to this ceremony and
Priebus?
Colonel John
Connor?
as well. I'd like to get your reaction,
Melania
your
Especialmente.
comments on the president's speech as we see them there. I
Was
think
your
he's
thought?
he's meeting there with both the family of Chris Horton, I believe that's his wife, as well as others that may have been their Gold Star families. We know that,
Embrace,
as
if
I was
you may.
mentioning, the parents of Andrew Byers, David and Rose, were also in attendance.
I think the most notable comment was not from Trump, but instead was from General Joe Dunford, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of
Once I
Staff.
discover and know
He said that the best way
that the
that
change
we can
of the vanguard,
remember the people
the
who
color
whose
of our heart,
sacrifices gave us the opportunity
our
to live
experience of the heart,
was not just to think about them, but to think
which
about
has given
the
us
ways in
the
which
power
we can
and the
serve.
glory
You know, we live in an environment in which a very small number of
to
young
stay
American men
firm.
and women are out there defending a very large number of us. We have an all-volunteer force.
I am who I
And
am,
it means that the
Charles
rest of us don't
Johnson.
have the opportunity
the will I
or even the inclination to serve the country. What's really important, and I think Joe Dunford made a very good point of it, is that to honor those who
One
have fallen,
kind.
we need to think of ways
One kind.
We can serve.
Only fucking one kind.
It's not just enough to think about the people who have fallen.
Kevin Barron, if you're still with us, I'd like to get your reactions to actually Secretary of Defense's comments as well. You know, he made a very powerful connection, if you will, between, I guess, ancient philosophy and then I guess there's a reason why they call him the warrior poet, drawing on Plato and talking about.
So I got a 144. I sell you one. You buy that.
The National Cemetery in Arlington once being a plantation, now housing our most treasured souls.
Yeah, and you know that's how Jim Mattis, you know, talks when you talk to him one-on-one in person, and when it's call me Jim, you know, not General Mattis. He'll do the same thing. You know, you never know when sometime in the conversation he'll throw back to some classics. But you know, you can tell the difference in the speeches between General Dunford addressing the crowd.
There's no politics in this. There's no Democrat, no Tea Party, no liberals, no fucking indie fucking independents.
And then the president.
Without.
Just make note of General Kelly in the audience. Now Secretary Kelly. You know, if I could say quickly, I went with him back to Afghanistan when he was the
Not under the flag.
Secretary Gates. He went back to the
With
unit, the 35 Marines that his son was serving in and had been killed. They were still deployed. We went right down to one of their combat outposts.
So, sir, you are relieved of the keys and your duties. The President of the United States of America, to protect your territory and all divisions thereof.
It's the same national call
You are hereby
for service and
to
awareness.
provide
It wasn't
the
as
keys
much a eulogy
to
to his
Vice
son,
President
or to the Marines, or to the valors of combat. Rather, it was a real call.
That is the chain, the order in which we are given
Realize the kind of,
constitutions.
how big this battle is, and you know that was 6-7 years ago. So it's really notable that he's there and still being pointed out. But that's the history behind that.
And as President Trump also
Governor Pontius Palette, escúcheme por favor, Havana.
hardship, but also I believe his son-in-law as well as his other son who was preparing for another round of combat duty. So a family that has certainly paid the ultimate sacrifice and continues to give to this country a tremendous amount. Before we go, Alan, Professor, I'd like me if I can get your final thoughts on this.
I'd like to pick up on two somewhat different themes. One is the theme of peace. The truth is, history shows that no matter how heroic the pursuit of victory in war, it will not stop the deaths.
I give you no
Wars
option.
always beget more
If I
wars.
wanted options,
World War I
you'd be
was
dead.
supposed to be the war to end all wars,
So, and you
and
have to
many
prove it.
scores of millions of men and women have died in wars ever since then.
All right.
The only way to avoid the death is to avoid war. Presidents have said the hardest thing they can do is put Americans in harm's way. In a sense, that's true, but history also shows that the hardest thing they can do is avoid war. The second point I want to make is the point on service.
I'm so sorry to cut you off. I just, because we're running out of time, there's one tribute that you would like to make to some of those that have fallen. So if you can stay with us just for one moment, that completes our coverage. But I look at the brave men and women in uniform who have paid the ultimate sacrifice.
Lock. Step.
This Sunday, the growing Russia investigation. New reports that President Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, tried to set up back-channel communications with Russia to avoid U.S. monitoring.
Goes into the garden of Selah.
If an American intelligence officer had done anything like this,
The known Sadat,
The Trump administration responds.
Smokey
Not in
the
front of
cat,
cameras.
We're not going to
Felix the cat.
This after former CIA Chief John Brennan testifies that Russia can lure people unwittingly into treason.
Frequently, individuals who go along a treasonous path do not even realize they're along that path until it gets to be a bit too late.
My guests this morning, Chairman of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, Bob Corker, former Director of National Intelligence, James Clapper, and Homeland Security Chief, John Kelly. And that congressional race in Montana. The Republican won. The Democrat closed the gap. Which party has reason to celebrate? Joining me for insight and analysis are MSNBC's Joy Reid, Kimberly Strassel, columnist
Think
of the Wall
about
Street
that.
Journal, MSNBC
Debate about that
Joy
one.
Sykes, and Amy Walter of the Cook Political Report. Welcome to Sunday. It's Meet the Press.
From NBC News in Washington, the longest-running show in television history. This is Meet the Press with Chuck Todd.
Good Sunday morning on this Memorial Day weekend. The president came home late last night from his first overseas trip in office, and when he did, the Russia investigation got much closer to home as well. So much closer, in fact, that it now involves President Trump faces a growing scandal that threatens
Under Fort Seal.
his entire presidency. Just consider what happened in just the last week, Monday. Washington Post reports that Mr. Trump had asked his intel chiefs in March to push back specifically on the
Wood. The winepress of our covenant. The crystal sea of spiritual reflectivity. Shall pronounce that hereby this day, May 29th, Earth, ITZ, Pa, Pennsylvania, Infinity, Pennsylvania. With the Ark of the Covenant, the emerald rainbow shall shine from the diamond to the ultraviolet, the paramount diamante. Element Selah. Come, they called me. Element Selah. By human course, they say, Charles, hey, give it a break. Not. Through the bitter words of the book of, there's a wormwood out there. Can we dance? Can we dance? Can we dance? Some more. My heart is healed now. May it be so. On this earth, this time in Smithfield, Pennsylvania, in the Strickland Estates of Fayette County, I give you and I present to you once again a known soldier, baby cat we call Smokey. The last of a simple, motherless child. His hand home. By the arm of Gideon, shields up. For us simple kind, who have very, 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 very economic little sirs, representatives, Masons, Bernard Sanders. Mrs. Who? Mrs. Who? Clinton has shattered the ceiling glass. At last, we are equal. All equal. You have man beyond of one kind. No Mo, no Shem, no bullshit. No overlooking horse, water protectors, arise. People of the earth, sing. For this day, at this moment, I set down our known soldier. Amen. Selah. In the walk-in garden meadow of L.A.W, Selah, there is a simple cardboard box. Gray are all the theories, of course. Green is our knowledge. You will start infrastructure, sir, if you are our vice president exportioned up to President number 45, hashtag that one, Vice President Pence. You are hereby on the order of Melchizedek, Governor. 1/10 of 1%. Possession under the color law is soul. The other 10th is memoir, water. But there is a spirit, mind, behind that. And it is bright, it is light, and it is always and forever eternal love. This I assure you. Amen. Now, in 1977, the year after the death of Washia ben Joseph, Israel, Rahmi, Islam, Palestine, Africa. And you know who you are. I have no time for concerts with terrorism. The white, black, red, pale horse stops the fuck right here, right the fuck now. Is that what he said? Carnage? You don't know what fucking carnage is. You have no fucking idea what you do and your powers and principalities. You have a moment of silence, please, for the fallen one, Smokey, the known soldier. The Declaration of Independence for a Constitution of a Revolution against a tyrannistic king. We declared our independence, and you compromised that, gentlemen. You assassinated true love and freedom. That is history. You have memorialized that, Lincoln. That Wheatfield soul. Southern man. Lily Bell. Milagro. And today, there was a presentation in the G7 summit in Siciliano. Non minda il covenant. New Hydra, my tripwire. Upon the canon and the oath which I gave my allegiance to the faithful and the true Creator, infinite Creator, Father, and His divine Comforter, Spirit. Echo, echo, echo. Seven, seven, seven. Upright. Infinitum. Uplink. Hard copy. And in the Declaration, the universal human rights, which was given unto us as a world under the New World Order, mind you. Another wire drip, 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 drip. There was a certain article And I shall read from that once again. And it begins with this. Article 1. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood and sisterhood. Selah. Article 1. Article 2, under the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Ambassador L.A.W, you are doing fine. Chikiwawa. Everyone is entitled to the rights and freedoms set forth in this declaration, without distinction of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. Furthermore, nunca way distinctions shall be made on the basis of the political, jurisdictional, or international status of the country or territory to which a person belongs, whether it be independent, trust, non-self-governing, or under any other limitation of sovereignty. Article 3. Everyone has a right to life, liberty, and the security of person. Fourth, Article 4, 144. Psalms. Read it. I assure you, I am not fucking with you anymore. No one shall be held in slavery. In slavery, you fucking compromised motherfucker. Or servitude. Slavery and the slave trade shall be prohibited, all their forms. There's only one human being of only one fucking kind. How many times do I have to emphasize? Emphasis, status, quote, point, exclamation. And in the fifth of the Articles, no one shall be subjected to torture or to cruel or unhuman or degrading treatment or punishment. Echo, 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 tune, tune, tune. Belfurs! Jerusalem! Hebrew! Diamante. Article 6. Everyone has the right to recognition. Anywhere as a person before the universal sovereignty law in its original form, which I wrote and sent many decades ago. That was aberrated and mind-bent to fit this great Civil War compromise of 1865. You motherfuckers. Article 7. All are equal before the law. There is but one law, and that is element Selah. Honey, you can wash on. Oh! Grass fucking Putin. You Cyrillic fuck. This ain't no fucking surreality. This ain't no virtual fucking reality. This ain't no fucking reality fucking show. Fucking Trump. Blood has been spilled for eons. Precious blood of the earth when the plants like this that was gifted to this earth. Keep fracking and you will see the king come about. I rest you assured. Siberia, you are fucking frozen. It is frozen. I assure you, the sanctions are in place on that wapple. Because it will eat you all alive. Our crots. You thought you had famine and pestilence. You have never seen the existence of such a thing. Stop the fucking fracking! Article 8. Everyone has a right to an effective remedy by the competent national tribunals for acts violating the fundamental rights granted him by the Constitution or by law. I mean, comprende. You ain't no motherfucking pixel animal motherfucks. Pink Floyd said, soft parade. Soft parade. Remember the Jimmy Morrisons and the experiences along the watchtowers, the imams and the malls, the security, not of self alone. I alone can fix this. I alone will do this. You got your heroes welcome back home, first tour. How do you like it? You and your family of cabals. Coven witch bitches. All of you. Article 9. No one shall be subjected to arbitrary arrest, detention, or exile. Article 10. Everyone is entitled in full equality to a fair and public hearing by an independent and impartial tribunal and the determination of his rights and obligations of any criminal charge against him. You are hereby charged, Donald John Trump, family, of a coup d'etat non graceful. Your American haiku is over. Turkey! Article 11, subsection 1. Anyone charged with a penal offense has the right to the presumed innocent until proved guilty, according to a law in a public trial. Saddam Hussein was not guilty. We all know this. He was under what? Orders! As your fucking puppet! May the fallen be known. They are in my heart as well. Skull fucking duggery! Listen to me, you fucking two bush shits in a stone. You ever see something roll? You ever see your fucking heads roll? 911. Remember? You stupid fucking Osama by fucking Laden bitches. Linda Starr. I wonder how far Linda is going to take this. Subsection 2. No one shall be held guilty of any penal offense on account of any act or omission which does not constitute a penal offense. Oh, wait a minute. I crossed the street, I spit on the ground. Tax me, put me in chains, drag me off into a cage, you motherfucking animal bitches, cocksucking bastards. Under the color of a police state enforcement. Under your flag, under your God, which is what? The flag! Not God! You aberrated, you mind-bent bitches! You forgot! And you will not have to pay the price of a second death, which is absolute zero, nothingness, you finite beings. Article 12. No one shall be subjected to arbitrary interference with his privacy, family, home, or correspondence, nor to attacks upon his honor and reputation. Everyone has the right to the protection of the law against such interference or attacks of fucking tyranny. Article 13. Everyone has the right to freedom of movement and residence within the borders of each state, the state of existence in which they are in and which they live, all upon the face of this earth. May we heal these nations. That is our purpose in life, in love, and in the light. L.A.W. Selah. Subsection 2, Article 13. Let's remember this. Everyone has the right to leave or leave, exit, and come in. Global, internationally. L.A.W. Selah has the right to leave any country, including his own, and to return to his country. Now I understand your invokes President Donald John Trump, your insecurities to protect your selfless son of a bitch and self and your fucking cabal. Listic bullshit. It's done. Iron motherfucking rod. And Stein. Rosenstein. Herr Mueller. Robert Mueller. No longer should you have to investigate. The prima facie case on my AMICUS CURIAE appeal to the people of the earth and to you, our United States representatives of the legislative branch and its Senate under Constitution Article 1. Number 3, the Court of the Supreme Judging Body. Gentlemen, ladies of the court, I address you with this simple appeal. Clarence, my cross-eyed tiger, lion man, you know that we have spoken, we have corresponded, but the time is ripe. We are in the Ecclesiastes season. Sir. Sirs. Madam. L.A.W. Selah. L.A.W. Selah. L.A.W. Selah. I invoke that you reason upon each other the justice that is before you. And my verbal and written, our Constitution, our Declaration of Living Independence for our people, all people, and be the earmark, landmark. Enough is a fucking enough! These new millennial children need guidance. They need leadership. Not cabalist bullshit. Which you don't even know what the fuck you're doing. A-holes. Now I sit here upon the earth with my lambda, lambda, lambda. Mary had a little lamb. He's grown up. He's come back. You see why. You see Shiloh. Article 14 continues. Everyone has the right to seek and enjoy in other countries asylum from persecution. Sanctuary cities. Subsection 2, Article 14. This right may not be invoked in case of prosecutions genuine diamond, pure marriage. Arising from non-political crimes or from acts contrary to the purposes and principles of the United Nations. Are we not a part, the primal force of those horses? Hello? Wake the fuck up! Dapple, my water protectors, I applaud you for all your loved ones. No once did I hear during that address the fallen of the Aborigines of this land, our land. Mrs. Hale, Ambassador to the United Nations, you are free to continue. Thank you for your service. Overlooking horse. Sacred peace pipe carrier of the peoples of the earth. Of the earth. Our overlooking horse. That is your solemn gift, which has been brought down to you throughout the ages, Master Arvel looking horse, and familia, clans, tribes, peoples, across the complete encircled earth, planisphere. Yes, the earth is flat. One map. One earth. One rectangular mass. Once upon a time. Which had a core, which it was attached to. We call the center core of our earth. But now, through the separations of war, which upon the Garden of Eden, Dan, Elion, Marco, Mom. You shall address all your grievances, your complaints, your prayers to whom? I'm tired. I'm getting fucking tired of it, man. You know? Shit. Give me a break. Seriously. Utilize the facilities Don't you ever fucking push people who you thought you can be I am the one, motherfuck. You came back to a tour. You went for a high rise. Guess what? Fuck you. Read these lips. They are sealed. Your plan of divisiveness and division is no more. Your selfish, idiosyncratic formations are finis. As of this moment, I speak, and it is being recorded live on Smithfield Hill, a fucking coal mine strip shit. But it works because we work it. And I love it. I enjoy it. And I have pleasures in addressing you all this day, our Memorial Day. Long may the comforter spirit of our lives wave upon the shorelines and throughout the solar systems, galaxies, and this universe. Universidad? Comprende? Boo boo? Bubba? Ain't no Jellystone Park. This ain't no tour de force. But we will become one once you get your shits together. Shitheads. Potato heads. Biscuit heads. You are relieved of duty. United States President Donald John Trump, once Commander-in-Chief of all the armies. Selah. This is my appeal. I invoke AMICUS CURIAE. Verdad? E pluribus unum. Article 3, I went too far. That was 21, so we go to 22, 23, 21, Article 3. Let me not lose my place. I can't read off a screen I can't see through anyway and read from my heart. Duh. You don't want me reading from my heart, because I've been doing that. I still am. Imagine that. Article 3. I'm sorry, let me back that up. Article 21, subsection 3. The will of the people shall be the basis of the authority of government. This shall be expressed in periodic and genuine elections, which shall be by universal and equal suffrage. Nixonian fuck. Hakai Sangha. This is the fucking riot act. There's only but one more straw left, I assure you. Let me not have to invoke that. Article 22, and I shall leave it at that. It is no longer Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. But Psalms number 45. With the 144 flip side floppy disk, 144 for sure on the other side. Sires, adults, peoples. I trust that you recognize and have the reason and ability to independently think for yourselves and not be charismatically endowed with corruption. Thank you. I shall proceed with Article 22. United Nations General Assembly, Knesset, Politburo, Chamber, under the mandarin orange tree, ready to seize. Everyone, as a member of society, has the right to social security. Seguridad? Verdad? And is entitled to realization. Let's flip that magazine there, sir. Where's your fucking housing and urban development at now? Huh? I know. You should have been this, you should have been that, but you got sitting, flipping, flapping, doing fucking nothing. Getting paid a lot of fucking taxpayer dollars, Mr. Who? I don't know. Through national effort and international cooperation, and in accordance with the organization and resources of each state, irrespective of whether they are a member state of the United Nations in New York or not. I, General Assembly, Supreme Court of these continental United States of North America, of the economic, social, and cultural rights indispensable for his dignity and the free development of his personality. Thank you. I rest. The people rest. L.A.W.